If seeing your sibling move to the other side of the world had left you feeling incomplete, you might be tempted to pack up and follow in their footsteps. But with a wife and 2 children to think of, making the move could prove easier said than done.
Rehan Farooq is desperate to be reunited with his twin sister down under.
It'd be great just to be together again.
But the thought of leaving her parents in the UK brings wife Tanya to tears.
I don't know if I could say goodbye to them.
A trial week in Australia reassures Rehan.
If I could move here tomorrow, I would definitely make that move.
But leaves Tanya in turmoil.
I don't know what it would take to convince me to move to Adelaide.
So when it comes to the crunch, will she agree or disagree to make her husband's dream come true?
It's the hugest decision I know that I'll ever make in my life.
The 6th largest country on Earth, Australia accounts for 5% of the world's landmass, stretching for 2,500 miles from east coast to west. But with just over a third of the population of the UK, there's plenty of room for the 34,000 Brits that head down under every year, hoping to make the country their new home.
Rehan Farooq has been contemplating moving to Australia ever since his twin sister made the move 5 years ago. But with a wife and 2 children to think of, he knows turning his back on life in the UK will be easier said than done. So, will a trial week down under be enough to secure him the life he dreams of? Or will the reality of emigrating to the other side of the world prove too big a challenge to conquer?
The 23-hour journey to Adelaide has taken the Farooq family 10,000 miles from home. And with illness to deal with en route, it's been a particularly tough trip for them all.
It was awful, absolutely awful. Rehan got ill, Elijah got ill. The connecting flight we couldn't get because they had to send her for a medical examination to make sure we were fit to fly. Anything that could have went wrong on this flight.
Having finally arrived, Rehan's beginning to feel the pressure of the even bigger challenge ahead.
I want to show Tanya that this is a good move for us. We haven't had the best of starts, but I just hope it gets better.
I think Rehan has a lot to prove, dragging us all the way to the other side of the world, because it hasn't been a good experience so far.
Fortunately, there is something, or rather someone, to lift their spirits, as Rehan's sister Rahela has flown down from Sydney to welcome them all to Australia.
It's great to be here, finally. I'm so excited to see Rahela.
I'm really excited that Rehan and Tanya and the kids are here to visit me. So fingers crossed, I do hope they get to love the place as much as I have.
There's lots of catching up to do, as well as some big decisions to make over the next 7 days. But after the challenging journey, the first step for Rehan is getting some rest. The Farooq family is from Tyne and Wear. Their dad Rehan, mum Tanya, 2-year-old Elena and Elijah, who's 1. The family love nothing more than spending time together, but Tanya and Rehan admit they don't always share the same approach to life.
She's a realist and I'm always looking forward to the next opportunity.
Rehan's job as an engineer has given plenty of scope to try out new places over the past few years, and Tanya's always been content to follow his lead.
We've moved approximately 10 times in 14 years. Rehan's job has taken we're all over the UK. We've lived here, there and everywhere.
Happily, their last move put the family back on Tanya's home turf.
I'm only 10 minutes away from my parents. They get to spend most of their spare time with us. They get to see their grandchildren whenever they want to.
But while she's quite settled, Rehan's hatched plans for another move. Only this time, he wants to relocate to the other side of the world, and work isn't his biggest motivation.
The main reason why I want to go to Australia is to be with Rahela, my twin sister. We were very close growing up. It'd be great to just to be together again.
Rahela swapped the UK for Sydney 6 years ago, and it breaks Rehan's heart that she's never met Elena or Elijah.
I feel sad. We're actually building our lives away from each other. She's missed out on my children growing up. I've missed out on Rahela getting married. It would have been great to have been able to share that experience with her.
He's completely missed her. They were inseparable as children. They did everything together. He's now a dad, and his twin sister hasn't met his children. It's created even more of a drive in him to get to Australia.
Rehan's confident it could prove to be the family's final move.
I think this is the right time to put down permanent roots, and I would say Australia's the place to be.
But when we moved last time to Newcastle, this was our permanent route.
But for Tanya, it could be a step too far.
If Rehan wasn't pushing to go to Australia, I probably wouldn't be getting on a plane and going anywhere near the place. I love sunshine, but I can get sunshine a lot closer than Australia.
She also worries his desire to live closer to his sister is clouding his judgment about the practicalities of making such a mammoth move.
Your heart just wants it to work regardless, doesn't it?
I'm just hoping it will work.
Well, I'm more realistic. I don't think we can afford the lifestyle that we would, well, that I would want.
Bouncy, bounce.
He sees it more as an adventure. I'm the head, he's the heart.
Rehan admits upping sticks and starting again in a country they've never been to is a huge gamble.
We've got a lovely house. I've got a great job. It's a big risk for us to move over the other side of the world and start all over again.
But the prospect of living on the same continent as Rahela and the lure of a better lifestyle for the whole family has convinced him it's where they should be.
I'd love to have a barbecue and have the outdoor lifestyle, bring the children outside and have a meal out in the garden. It's the outdoorsy thing that I'd really love.
All he needs to do now is get Tanya on board.
£2, that's a dear ice cream.
Don't climb on it,
While she appreciates Rehan's reasons for going, as an only child, the idea of leaving her folks is too painful to comprehend.
Saying goodbye to my mum and dad is just unthinkable, really. They're both getting old, and I like being just around the corner. I don't know if I could say goodbye to them. I need to know that I'll be happy, because I'm more than happy here, and it'll take a lot to leave my parents and leave what we have here in the UK.
With so much at stake, Rehan knows their trial week down under will be his best chance yet to find out if Australia really is where their future lies.
A lot is riding on this week, going to Australia. It has to tick all of the boxes for both me, Tanya and the family. And if it doesn't, the dream's going to be over.
This week is make or break. It has to be, yes we can, let's do it, or no we can't.
The Farooqs are spending their trial week in Adelaide, capital of South Australia, and home to around 1 million people. Their base is a 2-bedroom cottage in Glenelg North, just steps away from the beach and 15 minutes drive from the city centre. After the tough journey to get here, the family have had a good night's sleep and are feeling upbeat about their new surroundings.
When I came through the door, I thought this was an amazing little house. It put a smile on Tanya's face. That made me happy.
I could see myself living in a house like that.
That's nice to hear.
Just didn't mean it's in Australia.
The house may have got a stamp of approval, but as the family settle in, it's clear Tanya's still mulling over the events of the past 24 hours.
It's been quite traumatic, actually. I'm so tired, and the week ahead is really not something I'm looking forward to.
Rahan will have his work cut out if he's to change his wife's mind about making Australia their home.
There's lots of worries. Will it be the best thing for her? Is it the right move? I don't know what it would take to convince me to move to Adelaide.
Back in the UK, the Farooq family live in a 3-bedroom semi-detached house 9 miles outside Tyne Weir.
We loved it from day one, didn't we?
After 14 moves in 10 years, they're very happy in their latest home.
Put a lot of time and effort in developing the house. I absolutely love it.
But Tanya has a tiny complaint.
It could be bigger.
If they do decide to move, the family have £250,000 to spend on a home down under, and they know exactly what they want.
Near a beach, being able to go down and play on the beach with the children.
Open plan kitchen, dining and living, please. That'd be nice.
I'd love a barbecue area.
Downstairs toilet, pool, a spare bedroom.
That's quite a list, but Rahan's more than happy to compromise.
He'd quite happily rent a little apartment / cardboard box to make the dream of Australia work.
To find out what kind of house they could have in Australia, today we'll show the family 3 properties, 2 on budget and a third which could be their dream home. Only after they've seen each one will they find out its value.
It's a nice sunny morning, isn't it?
For the first property, the Farooqs head to the suburb of Hackham, just 35 minutes drive from Adelaide city centre. This 4-bedroom, 2-storey property is only 10 minutes drive to the beach.
Yeah, look, that's huge.
Size shouldn't be an issue with this house.
Wow, I'm definitely impressed by this.
So far, so good. While the children are looked after by a childminder, Rahan and Tanya head inside for a better look.
This is quite nice, isn't it?
Oh, wow. That's a staircase, isn't it? I can imagine Elena strutting down here with her princess dresses on. I love the open plan.
Nice open plan, isn't it? Space.
Yeah.
Very bright. I love how bright it is.
Far too nice. Definitely can't afford this.
Regardless of the cost, Tanya's thinking ahead.
And see me Christmas tree there. Love it.
And the kitchen impresses too.
Really nice open plan kitchen. Can you imagine the kids running around?
Tanya's excited to discover another tasty feature she likes.
Cooking space.
Oh,
look, you got a pantry as well.
No way. That's the best
That's
thing
something
ever.
that we don't have at home, isn't it? Oh, this is nice.
The outside space pleases too, despite the absence of one important feature.
It's no room for a pool. But I would manage with this. I think this is gorgeous.
You've got a place for Barbie, you've got your sitting and eating area.
Back inside, the master bedroom's fit for purpose.
Oh, this is nice, isn't it?
It's huge. Super sized.
Come on, let's have a look at the other bedrooms.
Might have any more.
I hope it does.
3 more bedrooms means there's even the spare room Tanya wants.
Well, this is a nice size.
Definitely.
Room,
Lena's room.
it's got pink bedding on it. I think it will be a room.
It's more than perfect, really.
And Rahan spotted something he likes in the bathroom.
Jacuzzi bath? Wow. I've always wanted one of them.
Elena would love that.
I think she'd be wanting bath
That's a swimming pool.
I love how open plan the house is.
I love the whole layout. It's perfect.
Tanya's enthusiasm is great news for Rahan, but with £250,000 to spend, is this house somewhere they could afford to call home?
I would probably guess this is probably around about 300,000.
Hasn't got a pool. 270,000.
Come on, just gonna have to find out. Turn it over.
Don't know if I can. You ready?
Go on.
That's over £2,000 under budget.
47. We can afford this house. Should we move tomorrow?
Stay flying back.
House hunting has got off to a great start, and there are still 2 more properties to view. The next is in Huntfield Heights, a newly developed area just 15 minutes drive to the beach. With lots of playgrounds on their doorstep, Will this modern 4-bedroom home hit the spot? It certainly has curb appeal for Rahan.
Wow, this is lovely, isn't it?
Tanya?
It's nice. Preferred the first one. I couldn't park on the drive. I can foresee Elena tumbling down the front garden. Like, I wouldn't say it's as child-friendly as the first one.
Hopefully inside will be more appealing.
Wow. This is nicely done up.
This is really nice.
The decor and view are hitting the right spot for Tanya, but Rahan's baffled by the layout.
But is this the living room? I don't know what it is. Is it a hallway, living room? I'm not sure. It's a bit confusing, isn't it?
All becomes clear in the next room.
This is the living area.
Tanya's not impressed, though.
I think it's too modern for me. I'm a bit old-fashioned.
And Rahan's not sure either.
I just don't think it's child-friendly.
There's too many levels, there's too many things to look out for, to watch where the kids are.
The interior hasn't won them over. Perhaps things will look better outside.
Is this it? Is this the garden?
All I can see is like,
kids.
Elena, stop climbing on there, get down.
She could climb on that wall and fall, couldn't she? I'm having nightmares with this.
On the plus side, there is a pool.
Oh, this looks nice. This would be cool for the kids. They'd enjoy this, wouldn't they?
It would. Doesn't make us want to buy the house, though.
It's not sounding like the house for them so far. Perhaps the 4 large bedrooms, all featuring walk-in wardrobes, will appeal.
This is the master bedroom. You'd think this would be bigger for this house, wouldn't you?
Yeah, can't see a wardrobe.
But realising she's spoken too soon, things start to look up for Tanya.
That's where
That makes a difference.
That's impressive, I like that.
That's huge. Whoa!
Wow.
The excitement continues when they see the family bathroom.
I love this. Absolutely love this.
And the remaining bedrooms go down well too.
Oh, this is a nice children's room.
Oh, this is cute. Oh, Elena would love this.
She'd love the bunk bed.
After mixed feelings on this property, it's time to find out how much it's worth.
Right.
What do you think then?
It's a lovely house, but I don't think it's what we're looking for.
I don't think we could afford it, but equally I don't think it's my dream house either.
I think it'll be in the region around about £280,000.
£260,000? So should we have a look then?
Let's have a look. Oh,
There you go.
that's really shocking. I thought it'd be a lot more than that.
That's £5,300 under budget.
Would you want it at that price?
I don't know if I'd want this house, but it's nice to know that it's affordable.
Yeah, I'd love to see what we can get for our budget or a bit more. Oh, I'm excited.
With
now.
a garden and with a pool. A proper pool.
Proper pool.
Tanya is happy about what their budget can afford in Australia, and Rahan's feeling positive he's winning her around. So, things are looking good. To round off their search, the couple prepare to view what we think could be their dream home. Situated 23 miles from Adelaide city centre, the coastal suburb of Moana offers all the facilities the family could need, and a stunning beach and children's playground just steps from the front door. Will this 4-bedroom house featuring panoramic ocean views impress the Farooqs?
Whoa, that is huge.
Impressive, look at this.
It's like a little mini palace.
Tanya's happy straight away.
I like the little balcony.
Love the stonework, love the pillars.
I love everything. If this is affordable, I would move here.
And once indoors, things only get better.
It's a never-ending holiday.
Oh my gosh. That's huge.
That's open plan. Totally love this kitchen. It's got everything I want. More than. I mean, it's got a dishwasher. It's got a huge fridge freezer, ice water, pantry, utility room.
Tanya can already see the family living here.
You'll probably be embedded in that seat there while I'm cooking, and the kids will be jumping all over. This is exactly what I had in mind. This is my dream.
And the garden's just what Rahan wants too.
This is ideal, this open space outside.
You've got a gated pool.
And that's a proper pool for you.
Now that's what you come to Australia for.
Finally, the perfect pool. And back inside, the ideal bedroom for Elena.
Oh, how sweet.
Well, it's quite a big room, actually, for the kids, isn't it?
The master bedroom also gets the thumbs up.
This bedroom really is as grand as the house is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Until the walk-in wardrobe poses a problem.
Have to buy more clothes.
Trust you to say that. Outdoor balcony.
Wow.
With Tanya having found her perfect property, Rahan's dream is looking closer to reality than ever.
This house would make me fly back and forth between here and the UK for definite.
I didn't think you'd say that.
I didn't think I would after everything.
But will the price tag be as attractive?
It's in an ideal location. It's got a pool. I think this house is worth around about £350,000.
I'm scared to look now. Should we have a look?
Come on, I'm judging this one.
I'll do it. Oh, I don't want to do it.
That's nearly £90,000 over budget. Unless the family can up their earnings down under, the dream house looks out of reach for now.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? I feel a bit gutted, really. It is perfect.
But yeah, really gutted. Honestly gutted that I couldn't get this for you right now.
Despite a disappointing end, house hunting was largely positive for the Farooqs. Property One impressed both Rahan and Tanya, even without having a pool, and it was under budget. The second house had the swimming pool but wasn't child-friendly enough for Tanya. Property 3 was practically perfect in every way except for the price, and the couple were deflated to discover the dream home wasn't achievable on their budget. So how will the day impact on their vote between property in Australia and the UK?
Australia!
I'm really surprised after the terrible journey we had yesterday that you voted for Australia.
Because the houses are amazing. But there's no way we could get anything like that in the UK. Beaches on my doorstep, more than enough room for friends, family to stay.
I'm really happy about that.
A unanimous vote for Australia means Rahan could be one step closer to his dream of a life down under. But there's a long way to go yet if Tanya's to be convinced it would be the right move for the family. Finding good job prospects in Australia will be key if they're to afford the lifestyle and home they wish for. Back in the UK, Rahan is an electrical design engineer.
I really enjoy my work. It's very challenging, it's very different every day.
Despite pushing for the move, he admits leaving his role here and finding a new one down under is pretty daunting.
I've worked very hard in the last 8 years to build up my career, so handing in my notice to a good job here in the North East is a huge risk for me. Having to start again over in Australia, it's a scary prospect.
Tanya is currently on maternity leave, but if they move, she hopes to return to work as a teaching assistant down under. While Elena and Elijah are looked after by a childminder, the couple head out to explore work opportunities in Adelaide.
Today's a really important day, just to know and finally find out whether we can actually make this move.
We've arranged for Rahan to visit a large water company for a meeting with Richard Gray, Senior Manager of Engineering Services.
So, Rahan, we're now in SA Water's main operational control centre.
Yeah.
After a quick look around, Richard gives Rahan some disappointing news.
Your current qualification doesn't quite meet the level of an engineer here in Australia. However, working through Engineers Australia, you can apply to go through a competency assessment program.
The good news is Rahan's experience will stand him in good stead, and the process should be complete within 3 months. So assuming everything goes to plan, would he be able to land a job?
I wouldn't expect you to have too much trouble finding work, given your experience. Once you've completed the competency assessment and have that qualification of an engineer, we'd definitely consider you for a position at SA Water.
That's fantastic. That's good news to hear, that definitely.
Very promising. Meanwhile, Tanya's visiting Flagstaff Hill Primary School for some hands-on experience in an Aussie classroom.
Happy or sad or mad? Do you think so?
To get the lowdown on local education, we've arranged for her to meet Principal Peter Scragg.
Well, welcome to Australia.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
The most important thing for Tanya is finding a job that fits around family life.
So I've got 2 small children. Is there the possibility to work part-time here in Adelaide or...?
Initially, most of the jobs start out at part-time. We then start to increase your hours.
That's good to know.
It's encouraging news. Back at the water company, Rahan's discovering what his work-life balance could be like too.
One thing we do like to promote is work-life balance. If we've got a healthy home life, then we're going to get the best of our employees. Our current working week is 37.5 hours per week.
It looks like the right opportunities could exist in Australia for both Tanya and Rahan. But will their potential salaries afford them the lifestyle they want?
With your level of experience, you come into the business as a senior electrical engineer, and the salary would start at 65,500 British pounds and could potentially grow up to 71,000 pounds in that role.
That's a whopping £25,000 increase on Rahan's UK salary. Will it be good news for Tanya too?
You'd be earning about £29,000 per year.
That's over £20,000 more than she could earn in the UK, and Tanya can't believe what she's hearing.
So can I just clarify, that's 3 days a week for £29,000
That's correct.
as a teaching assistant here in Australia?
Absolutely.
That's amazing. I didn't want to move to Australia. I didn't want to move to Australia.
Such positive news means Tanya's defence for staying in the UK is crumbling fast.
Tanya, the good news is we actually have vacancies here at the school next year.
Wow, really?
Absolutely. We're expanding.
That's the best news.
It's been a great day for Tanya, and when the couple reunite, she can't wait to share her findings.
Well, I've got some amazing news. I'd be looking at potentially earning £29,000.
Really?
For 3 days.
Wow.
So how did your day go?
It went really well, very positive, and they're looking for engineers in Adelaide and South Australia, so I could potentially work out here.
Wow, that's really good.
I'm so happy. We both had a really good day.
So how will their discoveries impact on their choice between work at home or away?
Australia!
Why did you vote Australia?
So there's a lot of money on the line, a lot of money to earn, potentially, but I've got a lot to lose, you know, to leave my family and everything. It has to be more than what the UK can offer.
I'm really happy that you've voted for Australia again. I feel like the dream that I've always had, it looks like if it happened that we could come.
Bit by bit, Rahan and Tanya are piecing together what Australia can offer them. Hopefully, a day exploring the local lifestyle with Elena and Elijah will provide them with another part of the puzzle.
The Farooqs are spending their day at Gorge Wildlife Park in the Adelaide Hills. 40 minutes from the city centre and set in 14 acres of land, it's the ideal spot for families to enjoy a day out. After their quick tour, it's time to get some hands-on experience with the native Australian wildlife.
It's just like holding a baby. Just like so.
Oh,
You like these leaves as well?
it's so nice. Little koala bear.
Hi, Jean.
2 koalas.
This is amazing, absolutely amazing.
She's beautiful. Yeah.
Today's been such a fantastic day. I can see my family spending their time enjoying their life here.
Rahan's all ready to pack his bags.
If I could move here tomorrow, I would definitely make that move.
And a taste of the Aussie lifestyle has made an impression on Tanya's mind too.
To me, this is what Australia would mean. It would mean quality family time, outside, a completely better quality of life for us.
Despite the fun family day though, Rahan knows there's still a massive hurdle to overcome for Tanya.
She's still got some apprehensions.
Everything that I've seen whilst we've been here in Australia is all positive. The only negative is family. The only negative is not having them here.
It's a big ask, and it does play my mind that I'm making her make this decision.
There's still a lot of questions that I need to battle with in my head before I make any decisions. I'm still no further forward, really.
It's been a day of mixed emotions for Tanya. So will she choose a lifestyle in Australia or the UK?
Based on our lovely day out today, our vote goes to...
Australia.
Excited.
Why? You decided?
Everything's going so well,
Yeah.
but I still miss home, and I still miss the fact that Mum and Dad on here to share it with me.
Yeah.
And
I feel like I'm, expecting you to always say Australia. I don't want to force you to make that decision, and I want you to be happy.
Despite a lovely family day out, Tanya's mind is still on home and she's not fully sold on Australia. Rahan's hopeful that spending time with his sister Rahela will help show his wife that having family close by could make a potential move down under much easier. As they hit the beach, it's an opportunity for Elena and Elijah to spend some quality time with their auntie.
The whole reason why I've come to the other side of the world is to be with Rahela, and to be with her here today, it's been fantastic.
Rahela couldn't be happier to be reunited with her twin brother and show the family all Australia has to offer if they were to follow in her footsteps.
It's been a dream come true, it really has.
Rahan is more convinced than ever that Australia is the place for his family.
Seeing Rahela again definitely has convinced me that this is a good move for us. I've just got to convince Tanya that this is the right thing for us to do.
And Tanya can see the benefits of having close family at hand on the other side of the world.
It would make a move, if it was to happen, a lot more easy to know that we would have Rahela here.
I've really bonded with both of the kids. They're so cute, so let's hope they stay.
It's been a positive day all round, but Rahan knows things will need to keep going in the right direction if Tanya's to be persuaded to make the move for good.
It's definitely a make or break this week for me. It has to, I just hope it goes well.
For a life down under to become a reality, the figures will have to add up. And a major factor is getting the right price for their UK home. The couple believe their house is worth around £160,000. We sent 2 local estate agents round to give their professional valuations.
Bright, airy, open-plan living, dining area.
Good-sized kitchen, serviceable units, nicely decorated. Could do with a little bit of an update.
Yeah, we agreed.
Hate my kitchen.
Beautifully presented nursery.
There's Big Ted.
Light and airy, as are the other rooms. And I wonder if Big Ted there is negotiable in the price. In today's market, I would value this house at £150,000.
Okay.
For a quick sale, I would market this house at £145,000.
In today's market, I would value this house at £145,000. For a quick sale, I would put it onto the market for £140,000.
what do you think?
I'm a bit disappointed on the price of the house. I thought it'd be a bit more than that.
With the estimations lower than they'd hoped for, the couple now need to calculate if they really can afford to live in Australia. While the children are looked after, we provided Tanya and Rahan with a cost of living comparison, starting with the weekly food bill.
Come on then, let's have a look.
Butter, £1.70 in the UK.
Wow.
£4.58 here
That
in
is
Australia.
Nappies.
Nappies, so £8 back home in the UK.
Yeah.
£6.31 in Australia. It's a good saving. We use a lot of nappies.
Yeah, we do.
So
That's £36.79 more per week in Australia.
it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
The weekly food bill might not break the bank, but they still need to consider the bigger monthly bills. First up, the mortgage. Basing calculations on the dream property, it's not a great start.
Our mortgage is £565.46p.
Yeah.
Here in Australia, it'd be £1,553.
So that's a difference of £987.54 per month.
That is going to make a big dent in the dream. Childcare, that's important to me.
So when you go back to work,
it's £485 in the UK, £1,260 in Australia. That's a lot of money.
That's a staggering £775 more every month in Australia.
I'm thinking at the minute, I just don't know how this is going to work out. It may not be possible.
And when they include their additional outgoings, things don't look good.
It's £1,931.45 per month more
to live in Australia.
Lived in Australia. That's quite shocking. I'm getting nervous about doing the rest of it now.
Everything now hangs on the couple's earning potential. In the UK, Tanya can earn £600 a month as a teaching assistant, but that would increase significantly down under.
I'd be looking at earning £2,045 a month.
That's more than triple her salary.
That puts a smile on my face.
Added to Rahan's potential pay increase, the sums confirm that even with their higher outgoings, they'd be firmly in the black down under.
We are better off in Australia per month, £1,038.55. Wow.
That's nearly £12,500 more each year, and Rahan's delighted.
This actually justifies my reasons why I've always wanted to come here, Tanya.
I didn't believe you, I have to admit.
I look at that and I think, wow, I can give you so much more. I can give you that here. This makes me happy.
But will more money in the bank be enough to swing another vote for Australia from Tanya?
Australia.
I really didn't expect that we could get everything and still have spare money left at the end of the month.
We can potentially come here, Tanya, and live the lifestyle we want, and I can give you that dream home, the pool.
After great news on the financial front, it looks like Rahan is finally tempting Tanya to consider a move down under. But will hearing from friends and family put them right back where they started? While the children spend time with a childminder, the couple sit down to watch messages from home.
Hi, my little family. Hope you're having a good time in Australia.
Hi!
Hi, Tanya. Hi, Rahan.
Tanya's amazing. She's always been special. Spent a lot of time with her.
He's always going to be, you know, my little brother and best friend wherever he ends up.
Well, they are a very loving family, all round.
I first heard that they were thinking about moving to Australia. Rahan mentioned it a few months ago, but I know it's been something that he's wanted to do for a long time.
Recently, I found out, and for the next 48 hours, I was in a daze. It wouldn't sink in that I was losing my only daughter and my grandchildren.
I'm both excited for them, but at the same time, I'm going to experience a big loss.
You start to think of how much Tanya's mum's going to miss her, how much her dad's going to miss her, and how they're going to miss the grandchildren, and it makes you feel quite sad for them. I don't want them to go because I miss them, but I do want them to go for their future. Their future's more important than the little bit life that Dad and I have left.
Don't worry, your dad's behind you all the way. And you two take care and look after my grandchildren, because I love you all very, very much.
See you, Terry. See you when we get back home. Was that hard, Tanya?
That was awful. Just brings it home, seeing them and hearing what they've got to say.
It's a really hard thing for me to contemplate and think, am I doing the right thing here?
I can't even put into words how much I miss them. We're everything to them.
Yeah.
And if we're not there, what will they have?
Seeing messages from friends and family reinforces the emotional cost of moving to the other side of the world. So with everything they've discovered this week, will Rehan and Tanya be on the same page when it comes to making a decision about where to call home?
When the Farooqs left the UK for Australia, Rehan had high hopes of making the country his home. And after a shaky start, the last 7 days have surpassed both his and Tanya's expectations.
The week started really bad with myself and Elijah getting fever on the plane over here. But then as the weeks progressed, it's gotten better.
The house, the job prospects, I mean, everything points to, yes, don't be silly, you should move to Australia, you should move tomorrow.
Having spent time with his twin sister after so many years apart, the pull to Australia is greater than ever for Rehan.
Seeing Rahel again and spending time with her over here was absolutely fantastic. I just hope Tanya can see what such a brilliant life we can actually have out here.
But while Rehan would be back with his sister, viewing messages from home has been a painful reminder for Tanya that following her husband's dream would mean leaving her family behind.
It's still a decision that I'm really unsure about. I feel really guilty at the thought of living in Australia. I don't know how you can say goodbye and know that I wasn't going to see them for months, years. It's the hugest decision I know that I'll ever make in my life.
For the Farooq family, it's time to decide where their future lies. Will it be in Australia or the UK?
Australia! Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to maybe go for it.
After everything that we wish and dream for, we can have here with disposable income.
I'm over the moon. We can finally come to Australia and be nearer to Rahela as well.
I know I'm going to be so homesick. I'd be devastated to say goodbye to Mum and Dad.
Yeah.
But we just have to. We have to see them. You have to promise that we can see them as often as we can. I can envisage our future here,
and that's what I've wanted you to say for so long. I'm just glad that you've made that decision.
It's been a very busy week for the Farooqs down under. Whatever it may bring, we wish Rehan, Tanya, Elena and Elijah a very happy future.
And if you or anyone you know would like to take part in a future series of Wanted Down Under, go to the Be On The Show pages of the website at bbc.co.uk/Wanted Down Under. Up next, though, a raid on a jewellery shop, but the staff are ready with Caught Red-Handed.